Hey, Sye here, and today I wanted to come and let you know something I think is very cool and I was very excited about. That is that I broke a 22-minute 5K on a treadmill, and I did this 2 times now. The first time was 1 week ago today, and that was on the 7th of February, and I got a 21-minute 57-second 5K, and for me that was a big deal at about maybe 165 to 170 pounds and 5'8". I think that's pretty good for me. So anyway, how did I do that? I'm gonna go ahead and share with you what my advice is to you in case you want to break a 22-minute 5K, and you could do it whether you're as old as me, 47, which I turned 47 the day after I broke the first one last week, and now a week later on the 14th of February, Valentine's Day, I broke it again from a 21:57 down to a 21:40. So the first tip, have a partner to challenge you. So my wife is my partner, and today she broke my record that I got last week of 21:57. She got a 21:49. So then I had to go and break hers, which was a 21:40. So if you have somebody to challenge you, then that's going to help you to break your own records. And let's see here. Okay, so that's first tip. Have somebody that is going to make you push yourself. Second tip, stay consistent as much as you can for the most of the run. From other people who are good runners who I've talked with, the best thing to do is to try to run the whole run at a particular pace. So if you want to beat a 22-minute 5K, you're going to want to go at a pace of about 8.5 miles per hour. That's going to beat a 22-minute mark. But if you just keep 8.5 for the first 11 and a half or so laps, and you can slow down a little bit for the last lap, basically, because it's going to be I guess it's about 12 and a half laps to do a full 5K, 3.11 miles. So 8.5 miles per hour, you're going to beat the 22-minute mark. So stay consistent. But other things to keep in mind that are very important, and I think these could be more important on multiple levels. So what I recommend is to watch your habits. So things that you do, maybe that you don't feel really good about, maybe it's overindulgence in something, or it's just doing something that makes you feel guilty. Stay away from those things when you're trying to break records, because those are going to feed into your mental state. And if you are doing good and you're doing what you believe you should be doing, then your mental state is going to be good when you're pushing yourself, because it's going to hurt to push yourself past your limit. So if you don't have anything to feel guilty about, you're going to feel more like a star, and you're going to be able to perform more like a star, and be able to beat yourself at whatever you're trying to do more easily. So I recommend staying away from things that make you guilty. Also, staying away from overindulgence. So, for example, I like to drink tea, but when I broke my 5K 22-minute mark last week, I had temptations to drink more tea than what I knew was good for me, and I didn't. And I specifically didn't. I shouldn't say I specifically didn't because of this, but I knew that I wanted to break a record, and I knew it was going to affect me negatively to overdo it, and it was going to make me lose sleep, be overly stimulated. So I didn't, and that helped me to sleep better and perform better. So obviously sleep is good too. But yeah, just not overindulging in anything. So those are some of the main tips that I would have. And in addition to that, I would say, for me, it's better not to try and run a 5K more than once a week if I'm trying to break records with a 5K. Maybe you want to run longer than that, like my wife does, a couple of times a week, or once a week, maybe longer than that to just get yourself used to running longer, but that's not what I do. What I do is on 2 days a week, I do sprints. So I'll only run a mile, but I'll do several sprints within that mile at pretty much as fast as I can go. And that breaking it up and varying your speed will help you to push where you need to push when you're running those longer distances. And in addition to that, you know, I told you if you run 8.5 miles per hour, you're going to beat a 22-minute 5K run. So here's another thing. Today, I started at 9 miles per hour, ran the first mile at 9 miles per hour, then went down to 8.9 for the next lap, then to 8.8, 8.7, 8.6, 8.5 for each additional lap, and then I went down lower. So doing that, I was able to go down to 7.9 for a couple of laps, and then do a couple of sprints after that to make sure that I was going to beat that time. And keep in mind, it's not going to be easy. You're going to be challenged, especially if you're trying to do this for the first time. So just know that it's going to be painful and you're going to feel pain, but love that pain. It's only going to make life better when you get out of it, and you know, keep it up. Do the run consistently, at least once a week, so that you can get your time better, and you'll get there. So yeah, just remember, when you're feeling that pain, everybody feels that pain. Just think about when you're doing the laps. Maybe you have 12 and a half laps about to get to 5K. So just think about that, you know, when you're running. Okay, I only have 11 laps left. After that lap's done, I only have 10 laps left. And just keep on going as long as you can. And if you don't make it, don't be afraid to slow down when you're working yourself up to this, and go slower. You might be surprised by how going slower for a lap or so can really make you feel like you've recovered, and then you might be able to increase your speed again. But as best you can, you know, try to stay consistent for as long as you can during your run, and try to finish, even if you can, at the same time or the same speed that you started at. So hope this helps. That was me just feeling good about breaking my 22-minute 5K, and hopefully I'll even be pushing it further and breaking more records. And this is Sye with the Organic Adventure Show, and maybe wherever else you might be seeing me. And thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.